Hey, what's up guys? This is your second video in the AutoCAD tutorial series. In the first video, I kind of just didn't really do much. I just explained how to get AutoCAD 2012 on your computer, and I left a link in the description below in that video. So if you haven't gotten yet, please go to that link and download the software. And if any of you had trouble during the installation process, please leave a comment below and I can probably help you out with that. So so let's go ahead and get started. So in this tutorial series, I'm going to go over the line, circle, and trim command. And the reason I'm doing these three is because you only need these three commands to do the homework assignment I'm going to give you. So so first off is I need to go over some of these buttons here. I won't go over all of them because I do not have enough time in my screen capture software. I'm using a 10-minute limit, so these videos will always be less than 10 minutes. So for those of you who are maybe on a little bit on the impatient side, I'm looking out for you. So this is the this is the snap mode button. And what this does is really explained when you enter a command. When you click it, it doesn't really do anything. When you're just not in a command, just kind of scrolling around, you click it and it doesn't do anything. But when you enter a command, like a drafting command, let me just click on line. When I click on line and I click here and I click here, or I click here, let me zoom in and show you what's really happening. And it looks like, let me just turn this off. Okay, so I can go really anywhere. I can go maybe here or here. I can pick any point within, I don't know, a really small amount. I mean, AutoCAD is very, very precise. But it looks like I'm not really picking a point, you know, and see the grid is there, but I'm not really using the grid. But when I click on snap mode, now when I snap, I should be able to, okay, well, let me just exit the mode, and now let me redo line command. Oh, I'm sorry, I was at a very large scale. There we go. So now when I go ahead and snap, if you notice, I can only move my cursor, you know, along one grid. And that's the beauty of snap mode, is I'm never going to be at an arbitrary point. I'm always on the grid. My cursor travels and I cannot go in between what my setting is, which is one grid snap. So that's really useful when you're drafting, is to be able to only move certain distance, a known distance. And if you want to increase that size, you go to settings. So now I'm at a larger scale. Maybe I need a 5. So I type 5 here, and then I hit tab, and it fills in the rest for me. And I hit OK. And now when I go back, my cursor is viewable. So I can visibly see that it's moving, it's indexing a certain amount. So that's very cool. Very useful feature, snap mode, and you will probably need it for your homework assignment. So, oops. This is the pan tool, also very useful. You can move around in your drawing. This is a very useful tool to use. So now let me go ahead and explain one more thing about the line command. So I can either type the line points, or I can just cursor it. So I kind of showed you before how to cursor it. Let me show you how to enter a command. So right now I'm at the point 400, 145, and you may, sorry, 400, 150. You may be asking, wait, how does he know he's at that point? Well, there's a what do you call, a little tracker here, I guess. This is your x coordinate and this is your y coordinate. So right now I'm at 425, 175. So let's say I wanted to make a line, I don't know, from this point, 425, 175. Hit enter, and look, now my AutoCAD knows that I'm at this point, and I'm in the line command and my cursor moves. But I could just be looking at my keyboard. I don't even, like, I could just not be seeing this. Which is another cool thing about AutoCAD, is you can utilize the command tool to do a lot of things. So let's say I wanted to move over to 500, 100. Oops, 100. There. Bada bing, bada boom. I moved that far, and that's that. Very simple. And now I can just snap mode and complete, and I just made a triangle. And I hit enter to exit the command. I can also hit enter again to restart the command. So that's another useful feature. And alright, so I'm running out of time. I need to get into the circle command. So circle is basically you pick a center point and then you move it, and that's your radius. Very simple command. And yeah, there's really not much to the circle command. There's different ways you can do it, but center and radius, maybe center and diameter, are the most popular ways to make a circle. Next, I'll show you the trim command. So trim command is useful when you have intersecting objects, and objects are drawing. They're basically like this is one object. Okay, this is a second object, and this is a third object. If I wanted to join them into one object, I'd type in the join command, and then they'd be all one object. So when I click on it, I can select all of them. And if I click on this vertex, I can move the vertex and cool stuff like that. So that's kind of a tangent, but I just want to explain what an object is, because a lot of people get confused. So back to the trim function though. So let's say I had a line that intersects this circle, okay? And I wanted to trim, I don't know, this upper half here. So I click on the trim button, and first thing it asks is to select the cutting edges right here. Cutting edges is basically like a knife. This is what's going to cut. This is not going to be cut. It's the cutter in another sense. So I click on this, and I selected one. It says select object or select all, one found. Cool. Alright, hit enter. Now select the object to trim or shift select to extend. Well, just select the object to trim. So you just click up here and it trims it for you. And then you hit enter, and that's that. So that's the trim command. So now I'm going to assign first homework assignment. And I don't have a way to link you to this, so you're just going to have to screenshot it. And yeah, so screenshot this. I believe you have all the dimensions necessary to make this. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the description below. But good luck, and I'll be going over this in the next lesson.